Posterior hip and hamstring stretches. Points to take note on. Hold each stretch for 20 to 30 seconds per side as needed. Seated and modified stretches can be done on a chair, bedside, bench, or the edge of a couch, as long as you can maintain stability and your feet can touch the floor. Please also be aware of your breath when stretching. Long, deep belly breaths in through your nose and slow exhalation out through your mouth will help to get the maximum benefit from stretching. Seated, simplified, piriformis stretch. Begin by crossing your first leg over the other. Sitting tall through the spine will allow for this gentle stretch. Hinging forward at the hips with a tall spine will deepen it just a little bit further. If you're looking to go even further for depth in this stretch, use the same side arm to apply gentle pressure downwards into that same leg. Again, hinging from the hips and remaining tall through the spine. Repeating that same sequence on the other side. Sit tall through the spine, allows for that first gentle stretch. Deepen the stretch slightly by hinging forward at the hips, keeping your spine tall. And going further into depth by pressing gently down into the bent leg with the same side arm. Floor stretch variations for piriformis. Beginning seated on the floor, simply cross your first leg over the other. Sitting tall through the spine will allow for a gentle stretch. To deepen that stretch, roll gently onto your back, crossing one leg over the other, and reaching through the loophole to grab your opposite leg. As you pull your hips towards you, you'll feel this stretch through the back of the hip. Integrate a hamstring stretch into this by extending the opposite leg that you're holding on to. Use that leg to gently bring yourself forward and back into a seated position. Seated hamstring stretch. Sitting tall through the spine, extend your first leg out forward. Hinging forward through the hip and keeping a tall spine, you'll feel this stretch through the back of your leg. Repeating this stretch on the opposite side, extending that leg straight out, keeping your spine tall, and hinging forward at the hips. Assisted floor stretch for hamstrings. Utilizing a necktie, you'll be seated on the floor with the opposite leg bent from the leg that is straight. Place the necktie around the arch of the straightened leg's foot. Sitting tall through the spine, use the necktie to gently pull yourself forward at the hip. Make sure that the straightened leg keeps contact with the floor. And we repeat on the other side, looping the necktie around the straightened leg's foot, keeping the opposite leg bent, sitting tall through the spine, and utilizing the necktie to pull us forward. This also makes our foot go into flexion, so our toes are pointed up, which allows for a calf stretch as well.